Canada is primarily a service sector and is a country that relies heavily on exports. In regards to boosting their economy since the global recession, the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, or the CETA, was signed with the EU and is expected to help boost bilateral trade by up to 20%. Canada is known to have a very skilled workforce and has a relatively low business cost. With several premier industries, Canada is one of the largest agricultural exporters, for example, which also is an industry that employs up to 2.1% of their overall population. Canada recognizes that small businesses are a great advantage to their growing economy. With these new growing markets, entering into one of these growing industries only magnifies the opportunity for a business to be successful. An excellent advantage of conducting business in Canada is the access to the North American markets due to the North American Free Trade Agreement, also known as NAFTA. As mentioned earlier, Canada has a highly skilled workforce, which makes this agreement even more advantageous with great access to North America and Asia. As a domestic firm is looking to go global, Canada is effective in protecting intellectual property rights and is open in terms of competition in their own domestic markets. With a relatively low barrier to entry, NAFTA is just an additional win when exploring venturing into Canadian markets, especially for those smaller startup businesses. The presence of the internet in today's day and age is also very visible in helping businesses reach a larger customer base, which allows these small businesses to continue with their hopeful growth. When doing business in Canada, most foreigners expect to be faced with the same customs and practices that are customary in the United States. While Canada and the US do share some same common practices, Canada has their own unique way of doing things. They are noted for having a large and thriving free market economy. And in addition to that, the locals tend to be open-minded and tolerant, and foreign businesses can look forward to a welcoming work environment. Strong economic fundamentals, proximity to the U.S. market, highly skilled employees, and abundant resources are just a few of the key attractions that American investors face when entering into Canada. Foreign investors are most definitely welcome into Canada, although with a few exceptions. Canada offers full national treatment to foreign investors within the context of a developed open market economy, operating with democratic principles and institutions. Canada's economic development relies on foreign investment flows to a significant extent. The Canadian government estimates that foreign investors control about 1/4 of Canada's non-financial corporate assets. The stock of global foreign direct investment in Canada jumped to a CDN of $509 billion in 2007, a 14.4% increase from 2006 levels. U.S. investment accounted for up to 58% of that total increase.